Good afternoon, class. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Afternoon,
sir.
sir. Sige. Before we start, I'm going to ask you to turn on your camera so we can document our class. Okay, turn on your cameras. Okay, I think we have enough attendance. We have 56. So, naghandagan na ta. We're going to start. Okay, class. Are you here? Are you with me now, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sige. It seems that there are no OGT today. Kaya wala man ni-attend dire sa atong classroom. So, today we will all be pure virtual atong lecture. So, walay in person nga nisulod sa classroom. Okay. Now, if you try to recall last time from the modified Goodman diagram, okay, from the modified Goodman diagram, we had the formula 1 over the factor of safety is equals to average, then K range, then dire ultimate. However, when we are here, you will notice that the average becomes greater than the alternating. Remember, during a part, if you are in this part, you have a very small average but a very big alternating. At this part, that is the average, that is the alternating. So as you move downwards, then the average stress will now be more greater compared to the alternating stress. No? So when the average stress is greater, the loading point may lie on the lower limb of the curve as at H. Direct, no? Do you follow? Do you follow? So meaning, what if we are now from here to here? Meaning more of the components of the combined stresses are steady and less is alternating. Do you follow? Class? Saman, any question? Wala na any question. So, we are now from C to D. Wala na any question? Okay, I'll proceed. So,
Yes, sir.
ano sa to? Again? Again, can... Wala na, okay. So, this time, our formula will not be anymore this one. Because we are now following this line. This formula is following this line. So, our equivalent static tension is now up to only the yield point. No? The equivalent static tension sigma is only up to the yield point. No? From O to D. So, we say that first, since this is a 45-degree angle, this is equals to GD. This is GD. Okay. For this part, we say that the yield point is equals to OG plus GD. Do you follow that? The yield point is equals to OG plus GD. Okay, that is what is this one. But GD, since this is a 45-degree angle, then it is also equal to, because we are now at H, is equal to factor of safety K range stress. So GD is factor of safety K range stress. So, if we substitute this here, we will have the yield point factor, OG by the way, OG OG is this one, no? Factor of safety times average stress. Let's say OG, no? Plus GD as derived here. So this one, no? This is our formula now. So if we simplify this, we factor out factor of safety, since it is a common factor, and the yield point is equal to factor of safety, average plus K range stress. Okay? Now, you will notice that I place here OR, because this is the formula that is given in the PDF file that I gave you, not this one. No, it is this one that the PDF file is stating. Okay, if you try to let me let me check the PDF file. I would like to show you in the PDF file, no? I'm going to share the screen.
Uy, uy, uy. Ano sa bay?
Kasi,
Na-record ah?
ah,
Siguro yung minigyan ko no.
nagayaya lagi ba?
Sige, wait.
Sulod na ba eh?
I'm going to share screen, no? Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It says here that when the average stress is greater than the loading point may lie on the lower limb of the curve H, and it is the formula. So it is the factor of safety is being factored out, and then you have average plus K range stress is equals to yield point. Muna iyang formula nga gihatag sa okay? Muna siya sa PDF file. So I'll go back to what we have our discussion on the board. So it is actually, can you see now the board?
Yes, sir. Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So it is now kini. Muna iyang formula. But you will notice that I tried to rearrange this so that I can cross multiply the factor of safety and the yield point cross multiply over also in that point. It's the same formula. And what you will notice is this one. 1 over the factor of safety, average over yield point, K range over yield point. And this is the same formula. And doesn't this formula looks familiar? If you look at the previous formula at E, 1 over the factor of safety, average over ultimate, K range over endurance. This is at E. We are here at E. When we are here at H, you will notice that the average and the alternating stress, that the denominator is only yield point. Do you get it? Class?
Yes, sir.
So, which do you think is better to remember? This one and this one? Or this one and this one? They are the same formula. Which is easier to remember?
Kanang parehas-parehas, sir.
Oh, the same. That's why I tried. This is not found in your PDF file. So, kini siya o kani parehas 1 over the factor of safety, 1 over the factor of safety, average K range. Ang denominator ramoy. So, ultimate dire endurance kini yield point puro. Okay? Okay na ta ana? Any question? So, we are now, if we are at A to C, between A to C, then this is our formula 1 over the factor of safety, average over ultimate, K range over endurance, plus K range over endurance. If we are at C to D, then 1 over the factor of safety, average gapon, pero yield point na puros ang K range, yield point na puros ang atong denominator. Wala na tayong problema na. Okay na ta? Any question? Wala na question? I'll proceed. I'll proceed. Siguro na, sure. Wala na question?
Yes, sir.
Wala na yun. Gamay-ramay maningog. Okay. So, let's proceed. Let's look at this problem here. We have a part. The surface is machined. The load continuously varies from 55,400 to a maximum of 55,400 to a minimum of 44,000 pounds. The material has an ultimate stress of 90,000 psi and the yield point of 70,000 psi. Stress concentration factor is 1.42 and the area of the part is 2.5 square inch. We are going to find the factor of safety. Now for this, problem, let's compute first the stresses. No? The average load is 50. If you can remember, it's a sum divided by 2. By the way, if there is a compression, you have to include the sign, plus, negative. If it is compression. Be careful with that because the signs are being carried in the formula. So the range is 55,400 minus, maximum minus minimum over 2. Maximum plus minimum over 2, that is for the average. And for the range is maximum minus minimum over 2. That is for your average load. And of course, just divide it by the area, you are going to get the average stress and the range stress. Now you will notice that the average stress is very much larger compared to the range stress. That is why when the average stress, according to also in the PDF file, when the average stress is greater, the loading point may lie on the lower limb. So, nasa there is a 8. So, ang formula nga itong gamiton, the formula that we'll be using is not anymore this one, but this one. Do you follow?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, this is now our formula. 1 over the factor of safety, average over yield point, K range over yield point. Of course, all are given.
So, nagkabaya sila kung i-charge din ba?
So,
Namo ko i-charge din ko?
20,000 over
70,000.
20,000, 70,000 ito yield point, okay? You substitute minus. Our factor of safety is this one.
Mino ko na ba? Dito gabi yan mo eh.
Any question? Wala na question?
Wala, sir.
Are you sure?
Sir,
Wala na? Yes, again.
Ito ng 5,400, sir.
Which one? 5,400.
Sa ubo, sir.
Sorry. Range. Kini.
Okay, sir.
Range stress. We are computing for the stress here, no? First, the average load and the range load. Next is the stress, so we just divide by the area. So average stress and range stress. Wala na? No more questions?
Sir, kining, di ba, if 4,000 money sa event sa cancer problem din, pag abot na sa pag substitute sa value, so 44.
Wait.
Six.
Maximum and minimum.
Sir.
And then we compute the
Yes, sir.
average and compute the range. So this is our average load and this is our average stress. Unsa naman dayon?
Yeah,
So,
yang kuan dagay sir.
Input and value, sir.
Ang given sir. Nimo sa minimum sir kay kuan 44,000 na sir.
Sorry. Let me check. Nasayop na ko. 600, sorry, 600. 44,600. 44,600. Yeah. Sakto ni? Okay na?
Okay na, sir.
Okay na. So, okay na ta? Wala na, are you sure wala na question? Wala na question? Ug wala na, I will be the one to ask the question.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, sige.
What's the difference sa endurance strength ug sa ultimate stress, sir? Strength.
Oh, according to the figure. Unsa man to? Itong figure nga ito nakuan. What is endurance? It is a result of wala absent ka na. Discuss na to ng endurance. If you have a certain material and then you have a load and then let it rotate, this will fail at a lower stress value of what is known as the endurance. Now, the ultimate is the maximum stress that it can carry. However, at steady load. Once the load is no reversing, unsa ganito ang atong kuan? Kinsa tong example? Ani? Ako example, who can remember my example? Katong alambre. Maka-remember mo sa alambre?
Yes, sir.
Unsa man? When I'm going to pull the wire kana alambre, it takes up to the ultimate strength or ultimate stress to break it. Unya, ug maimo ra kamot imong gamiton, do you think you can reach the ultimate strength? Nga maputol nimo na alambre?
Dili, sir.
Dili. So what is another way of breaking atong alambre?
I-twist ang alambre, sir, or i-kuhan siya sa simento.
Unsa man nimo? I-twist nimo, lubagon?
Piko-on.
Unsa to? Og mo ni ang alambre, kini akong tudlo ang alambre. Dire. Mo ni siya alambre, akong birahon ni. Birahon ako, di ko kadaog. Pero unsaon ako nga maybe there is a way that I can break this. I need to reach the ultimate strength of this alambre aron maputol ni siya. Pero my strength cannot reach that. No, only machines can do that. So unsa imoon?
Piko-on.
You do it this
Ben,
way
sir.
and then reverse it on another way. Kinsay nakasulay ana? Kinsay nakasulay?
O, sir, pag walay pliers or walay cutter.
Walay, ana-ana mo. Then, you are actually applying a reversing stress. Ibali-bali nimo ang stress. And that is, you are going to fail, or this will reach a failure even if the stress is very low because of the reversing stress. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
O kinsa tong nangutana unsay diferensya sa ultimate ug sa endurance?
Sir.
Unsa man? Did you Were you present during the time I explained it that way?
Yes, sir. But,
Oh. So, in other words, the ultimate is when you apply tension so that it will require a very much higher stress to break it. But if you are going to apply a reversing load, it will only take a smaller amount of stress, which is called the endurance stress. Or sometimes it's called fatigue. Okay na ta, anak?
okay na, sir. Thank you.
Oh, sige. So, muna diferensya. And you will notice the difference. Wala dire ang endurance. Okay, wala dire ang endurance. But, ang endurance actually, ang endurance limit is from your PDF files, the endurance limit, I'm going to write it here. For this material, is 34,000 PSI. Where did you get this? Oh, machine surface. Asa man nato nakuha nun? Asa man nato nakuhaon?
Sa chart, sir.
Oh, table.
Graph, sir.
Or graph, no? Daghan to siya, ana-ana. This is your tensile strength, or another term of tensile strength ang sa inyong PDF file, tensile strength ang ibutang dire. But that is also ultimate strength. Ayun, machine surface. Asa man na dapita kini sa ubos o katong dito sa taas?
Mga tulog ikas ubos sir.
Okay, this one is this is as Forbes. This is
Hot roll.
Hot roll.
Sir.
So, kuha ka na, diyan ka, o muna imong makuha. Do you follow? Class? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is the endurance na siya dire dapita kada ultimate. Wala na question?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sa exam, sir, sa chart ka po yung mag-base anong value, sir, or na kay table yatag namin, sir?
If it is required, I will give you the chart. If it is required, I will give you the chart. I-print na ko ang chart. Oh, ang figure. Sorry, ang figure. If tables are required, i-print po na ko ang table. But of course, the formulas, you have to remember the formulas. So, unsa yung mga kuan nga dili na ma-memorize, because like charts and tables, di ba na ma-memorize, I'm going to give you that. Any more questions? Wala na question? Wala na? Mingaw man, hilaw man. Okay. Ako yung mangutan na lang ang question. According to the PDF file that I've given you according to SPATS, it just says when the average stress is greater, the loading point, so greater. Huh? The question is, how much greater? How much greater is it? That it should belong to H. when the average stress is greater. If you try to recall our first example nga naa siya sa E, pila man ang mga stresses? Atong previous example, naatay average nga, naputay range nga, pila mo itong average?
83.75 MPa, sir.
83, good. 83.75 ug 41.25.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Isa to, 83.7. Nya, pila to?
MPa na.
Oh, megapascals. Pila to? Again, 83.25.
75, sir. MPa.
Ngayon ka na
41.25.
41.25.
25.
Excuse me, sir. Ang camera nimo, sir.
Sorry. May gani. Isulti mo. This is the... Sorry, ha? You remind me, ha? Okay, sahay. Nala ko sa blackboard that plan. This is the one, no? In the previous example, where it is at unsa nga point? Kini nga pa, nata factor of safety ani, atong compute ang factor of safety, where it is at point what? At point where? In the modified Goodman diagram.
A to C, sir.
Point A,
From
sir.
A to C or E, no? Now, according to this statement, the average stress is greater. It should be at H, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you go back to our problem, the average is actually greater than the range. And why did we use the formula at E? Kani nga formula, 1 over the factor of safety equals average over ultimate plus K range over endurance. Di ba? This formula is what we use for this one, for these stresses.
Yes, sir.
For this case, we have 20,000 and 2,000. Dako kayang diferensya. So the average is very much. But according to the statement, when the average stress is greater, kami average stress is also greater. Nganong dili man at kini nga formula. So meaning, how do we know? That is the statement, no, that is the statement of akong tanawon sa PDF file, ha? Oh, nara. I-share na ko. Kita ninyo? Kana akong ga-highlight?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kani siya ako na ni Giusob, no? We modify this one. Okay, murag mas lisod ni siya memorizon. And you remember? Kaning formula sa 12.
Yes, sir.
Now, according to the statement, when the average stress is greater, the loading point may lie on the greater naman. Yeah, sa atong example, actually, ka atong example mo ni. Mo man atong example. No, average stress is still greater than the range stress. Pero ang atong formula is 1 over the factor of safety is average over ultimate, K, range over endurance. So how do we know? Wa po nag-explain the rest, ha? Wa po nag-explain yung spots. Okay na ta, na? I'm going to go back to the board. So, do you still have a question or wala ra? We'll just leave it that way. Wala question?
Kanang formula, sir. Saan pag-ibalo, sir? Sa yun sa gamiton.
Oh, that's the question that I am waiting. Ngano makabalo man ta nga kana nga formula is the kaning appropriate formula for the case. Okay. So, okay na ta na. Does everybody agree? Does
Yes, sir.
everybody agree? Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm going to stop sharing. So kining statement ni ko andere, kining statement dire ni spots. Big kaayo siya kay ningon raman siya nga average stress is greater. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing. Let's go back to the board. Okay. Now, let us I'm going to, okay na taanin ko I'm going to erase because I have no space to left, no? Basta kayo mo na nahitabo, even if the average stress is greater than the range stress, pero atong gigamit kini. Dili itong average over yield point, range over yield point. Okay. So, in that case, you are going to ask, asa man ani sir among gamiton? Or which of this is appropriate? Which formula is appropriate? Okay. So, assuming, no? Let us presume that for this problem, you're not sure whether it is at H or at E. So, if at E, unsa may mahitabo sa imong kuan? 1 over the factor of safety is equals to what? Non-endurance. Average? Ato na dito ba? Kuan, no? Unsa man?
Average over
Unsa ang value? Ang value butang?
20,000, sir.
20,000 over sama ni
90,000.
90,000. Okay, average of ultimate plus 1.42 range
2,160.
2,160 over kini 34. That is the endurance. You try to compute the factor of safety here. Compute ang factor of safety. Divided by 90 plus 1.42 times 260 divided by 34.
3.2.
Pila?
3.2, sir.
Asa naman itong chok? 7 significant failures, no? 7 significant failures. 3.2 2, 0,
067.
2, 0, 0. Do ka 0?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
6, 7. Isa pa.
6.
Round it off. Round it off to this one. Kena.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you are now not sure whether it is this factor of safety or that factor of safety. Now, how do we check? Okay, how do we check? So let's go back to the if you assume that it is at H, kakan mo, if it is at H, this is the factor of safety times the average stress. Now, if it is as E, nasa diri ang factor of safety times the average stress. Do you get me? Do you follow? Huh? Do you follow? Kaya dito mo na siya. Kani man nga line when it is at E. Na siya dire. When it is at H, between C and D, na siya diha. When it is between at E, dumodiretso mo na siya, na siya dire. Na siya dire nakita. Do you follow my analysis? Kaya mula po mali ang dire. Do you follow? Saman?
Pwede pabalik na.
Isa balik?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If it is at H, mo na iyang factor of safety average. Okay? Any question? Wala. Kanina, from here to here, that is your factor of safety average. When it is on this line, when it is on this line, which is at H. Nasabtan to?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, when it is on this line, dili ang imong factor of safety times average, dire. Because ang factor of safety average, nana sa dire. Because when it is on this line, kasabot?
Yes.
Huh? Because factor of safety average is the coordinates, no, the horizontal coordinate. When it is on this line, anyway, on this line, mo na ang imong factor of safety average. However, if it belongs to this line, hindi nga line, naadiha ang imong average, factor of safety average. Saman, do you understand that? Okay, remember, ang factor of safety times the average is the horizontal component. Now, manahin mo ng line mo horizontal component. O kini nga line mo horizontal component. Saman, you still have question?
Question, sir.
Unsa man?
Kanang unsay value anong factor of safety para sa katong kaniha?
Duha atong factor of safety, di ba? Kay wa man ta kabalo. We want to verify. Did you get me? Duha atong factor of safety kay ang isa ka formula naatay factor of safety, ang isa pud ka formula naatay factor of safety.
Oo, sir.
Do you understand?
Then usa pagkaibalo sir nga katong usa nga factor of safety ang correct sir.
Oh, mo lagi na. That's why that is the question actually that I asked. Yeah, wala man mo na question. Later on, somebody also asked that. Meaning, what is the appropriate formula so that mao na insakto nga factor of safety? Insakto?
Yes sir.
Okay. So, going back to my illustration here. If you are on this line, remember this kanang atong mga equation ang equation of a line. No? Linear man na siya. And you are also in this line, linear gihapon na siya. Ang atong formula ani nga line is katong kini. Kini. Do you follow? Kani nga line, mani atong formula. Kani nga line, mani atong formula. Do you follow?
Yes, sir.
Now, ang solution dere is it right away presume, na lang. Ang solution dere, it right away presume that we are at H. Diba? Kaya mao man atong formula ang gigamit. And our question is this appropriate? Kay insakto man nga ang average is greater than the range. Pero ang previous example po nato, average is still greater than range, pero dili man yung mga formula nga atong gigamit. Kani man nga formula. Do you follow?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so when I'm going to try to explain it, I'm going to try to explain it on the modified Bigman diagram. When you are on this line, kini ang imong factor of safety times average. No? However, when you are on this line, mo diretso na siya dire. Do you follow? Okay, kani siya nga from here to this line is your factor of safety average when you are on this line. When you are on this line, dire ta man ato factor of safety times average. Dili masabtan? Dire ta taman ani ang factor of safety times average when we belong to this line. Isa man. Dili ito masabtan?
Sabot nga, sir.
Oh, sabot. Hilo man. Sabot. Kuan dayon, sulti dayon. Okay. So let's check. No, let's check. Average times the factor of safety times the average. Let us say, kani siya is at
Kita, sir.
sorry. At asa man ni? Kani siya nga factor of safety. At what point?
H, sir.
H. So, at H, ang atong kuan average factor of safety times average. Sorry. Average is equal to pila? Di siya nalang compute. Ini, ako yung isulat ha, 3.034,612 times, pilay average na to, ane? We're talking of this problem ha. 20,000?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, muna atong kuan. Then, when it is at E, isa man ang kuan, factor of safety average is equals to, how many siya ang E, no? 3.200676 times average na to is still 20,000. Pilay ato mga answers ani.
$60,692.24.
Ang this one?
Yes, sir.
Ini 60,000
692.24.
622.24. This is actually PSI man yung unit ano. Oh. Ini
64,013, sir.
64,013
13.
ano, 0.
52.
Oh, sorry, 013
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
point
0.52.
52. Okay. So you will notice na factors when it is at H, ang factor of safety average is this one. When it is at A, so asa man ang dako? Which is bigger? When it is at A. No? Insakto?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Than when it is at H. So let's go back to the so therefore it is consistent that when it is bigger man ang sa A, naa siya dire. Of course, this is bigger compared to this one. So meaning, kining assumption nato is correct. Kaya og nabali pa ni siya, for example, ang E nato is sorry. So, ang atong assumption is kini man no. Pero wala ta kabalo, we'll try the other formula. Now the question is to check which of these. So atong kompleto ng factor of safety average, So, unsa man ang factor of safety average? 60 of 64. Sa H, 60. Sa A, 64. Sa H, 60. Sa A, 64. So, insakto. Nga, ang sa A is greater than sa H. So, insakto atong assumption nga naa sa H. Because, kung mabali na sila, nga ang H greater than A, dili consistent. Do you follow?
Yes, sir.
Do you follow? So, kini siya mo insakto. Because, again, andun na ako i-drawing akin. Kuan-kuan man dito.
Sir, dili makita ang board.
Oh, sorry. When you are here, then this is your factor of safety average. Right? Factor of safety average. So, kini, mo ni factor of safety average when you are on this line. Yeah, kini is your factor of safety average when you are on this line. And this line is from A to, or, unsa ni? H, no? H? O E. Ang formula sa E. Formula sa E. Na ang formula is E. Na ang formula is average over ultimate plus K range over endurance. Naka sa E. When you are naadere, kay mo man nga line. Ha? However, when you are in this line, sa H, imo formula is average over the yield point plus K range over yield point. Okay? So, i-compare niyo mo ni factor of safety average ani o factor of safety average ani. Okay, mo man factor of safety average man siya. And if it is ang factor of safety average ani, which is this one, is smaller compared to the factor of safety average of this one, which is this, insakto. Kaya og nabali na sila, then it is not consistent. Ang compute, for example, di-compute nimo factor of safety average. Ani? Kani nga formula. Nanakay factor of safety ani, no? Sorry. 1 over the factor of safety din, no? Ana? Going back to my explanation. Ang factor of safety average nimo when you are on this line will be using this formula. Do you follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And your factor of safety times average when you are here is using this formula. Now you have two values of factor of safety times average. And according to the graph, this one, using this formula, should be smaller than this one. Kaya na, makita mo na nimo sa graph. Using this one. Meaning, ang sa H, which is this one, should be smaller sa E. Insakto, kay 3.2, 3.0 man. Do you follow?
Yes, sir.
Another way, just for your exercise. Just for your exercise. Katong first problem nato, nato siya sa E. Di ba?
Sakto gini. Safe gini. KG lagi KG.
Nasa E. You assume nga,
Cancel yung duha di. Dili na makancel kay kuan
nama
na.
to siya,
Minus.
na yield point,
Cancel
no?
ang kilogram.
Wala, sir.
Bilhin kay
Wala yield point, no?
kilojoule per second.
ultimate raog machine surface gihapon na siya. Oh. Gamita ang ultimate ani kani. Mura man ni siya machine part surface continuously. Mura ni siya. Okay. So kani, what you have to do is you convert this into megapascals. Apalo ko mo convert into megapascals. Aron ay naa ba ni endurance dire? Wag siya na endurance, no?
44,000 gapon sir.
34,000 gapon. Oh. Actually, ang yield point ay may wala, no? Ang yield point ay may wala. Parehas na sila nga problem. So, kini nga yield point, i-convert na siya into megapascals. Do you follow? You try it on the first problem. You try it on the first problem. I-convert din siya into megapascals kay megapascals man to kuan ato units. And 70,000 sa imong megapascals. Dayon, katong first problem nato, ang atong formula nga gigamit was this one, di ba? Ini? Do you follow?
Yes, sir.
Kini ang atong gigamit na formula. Now, you try if you are going to use this formula. Kung sa'yo may tabo. So, meaning, kinahanglan ka yield point. So, ang yield point nga imong gamiton, i-convert kay megapascals man to. Kini, yung 70,000 pesos ay imo aning megapascals. Aron na kay value sa imong yield point. And you are going to get a factor of safety. And then what will happen there is mugawa sa anak diri ka. O kini nga mga values imong makuha. And you are going to find out na kini nga value which is factor of safety times average nga ang factor of safety nimo nakuha using this equation is less than factor of safety average nga imong nakuha using this equation. So, in other words, kani siya mo insakto. This is the one that is consistent. This is this one. So basically, ang pangitaon naman ani, in any case, ang mubo nga factor of safety. Kaya sa pikas food, maura maghihapon. Ang mubo nga factor of safety naman po, mukuan, follow. Ang mubo nga factor of safety times average. Did you get my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay na class? So you try. Sulay on the first problem. Ang imong
Mas dako
pangitawan,
siya, sir.
ha?
Dako siya.
Mas dako ang
Factor safety. Ugma,
using
katong
unsa nga formula.
second formula. Second,
Oh.
atong ba formula, sir?
Okay. So kini nga formula. Ang mugawas nga factor of safety times average will be much greater. So insakto, greater ni siya, dire man ni siya. Kay kini siya nga formula. Oh, sorry. Kani dai.
Gamay na, sir.
Kani oh. Kani is greater, nya kini siya is gamay. So kini mo
Yes, sir.
imong gamiton. Okay na? Ha?
Linis lagi kaya.
Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
Sige. That is an exercise, ha? Make sure nga kuan mo kanang
Sa exam, ani, sir, doon ka factor safety mong bulungan, sir?
bahala na kung sa inyong ibutang nga factor of safety. Basta makabalo kung unsa ang inyong final answer. Pwede ninyong computer ng duha, ug siguro mo nga katarog yung isa. Basta kay make sure nga kabalo kung sa imong factor of safety nga final. Pwede ka mag-compute og duha ka factor of safety, pero kinahanglan i-indicate nimo sa imong final answer nga factor of safety. Okay na to? Is it clear? So ayaw ko hatagi og duha ka factor of safety. Kunya ayaw ko papili Kaya akong pili untong sayop, ugma ako. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Ano na siya? Because this is a test of how you understood the modified Goodman diagram. So sayo na siya. In both cases, mubo man ang factor of safety average sa katong hold nga kuan, di ba? Eh sa ani mubo man ang factor of safety katong tinuod, mubo man ang factor of safety ang hold ani kay kini siya nga kuan para man ni ani. Oh ani sorry ani. Di ba? Para man siya ani. So, ang mubo nga factor of safety times the average mo imong gikuan. Ug masapikas mod kani para man na siya ang mubo para man na siya ani. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Nakipunta na, sir.
Sige, go.
Kung kuan, sir ba, kung wala na nakabalong na kaning bagong game problem, sir. Kay ang formal ang bagong flock gamiton ba. Kung muna ra gyapon tag kuan. Sani? Nga gamay ang factor safety ba. Like kuan, sir ba katong sa karaang problem. Ang ginawa man nato kay formula sa A.
Oh.
So maguna ta nga gamay to sa gamay ang kuan, gamay ang answer sa factor safety sa first formula.
Wala pa ta kabalo unless gigamit na to ikaduha.
Sir.
Kay naman tayo, compare man ta.
Yes, sir, yapon bulungan, sir.
Ha? Muna na nakaproblema ni Spats kay wa man gud siya ni ko ano asa dapita. Pero wala po na niya gitugan. That's why I'm telling you nga mo na siya may tabo. sa imo, in your own case, kung maganahan kag isa ka factor of safety ang imong computon, then make sure nga insakto na siya nga formula ang imong gigamit. Nga naa siya sa location sa graph nga insakto. If you want to check, you also
So, sa exam, sir, muhatag ka na mo ka ng graph jud para
Dili.
makapalam yung asa.
dili na ihatag ng graph. Dili na ko ihatag ang graph kay wala may useless man ang graph. Wala unsa may inyo makuha ng graph. Wala di man mo magkuha og values. Wala may values inyong kuhaon diha. Ang mga values nga inyong nakuha kato naman sa duha ka formula. So ang clue ra gyud ani nga if you are using two formulas, ang kanang mubo nga factor of safety times average. Di ba?
Yes, sir.
Kato mo
Oh.
sir, kanang mubo nga factor safety nga average.
Basta mo na ang kuan. So, if you are computing it using two formulas, i-indicate nimo unsa ang final answer nimo. Okay na? Nasabtan? Wala na, ano tayo question? Wala naman, silent naman. So, okay na, nasabtan ang tanan. Okay na ta, class? So, if we're okay, then I'm going to ask you again to turn on your cameras before we say goodbye. So, siguro na, are you sure nga, if you, later on, if you still have questions, you can always ask, no? Of course, if the questions are, kanang is sayon ra, ang ubang classmate na ko, may pansiro ninyo. Okay na ta? So, that will be all for today. Ay, sorry, naka-screenshot na mo. Sorry. Kuan sa nako. Screenshot, nalimot ko. Screenshot mo, okay. Gani, wala ko, may erase pa. Mana screenshot?
Ano sir, katausan sir?
Mana sir?
Wala ga OJT ron, wala may nani sa classroom.
Boy, ano ba? Boy, ano na ba?
Sir, sir.
Wala ra sila nani.
Na ako dire kuan sir na gitrabusugo may ba pero naminaw ra gyapon ko nimo.
Okay. Good. Unsa day gisugo ninyo?
Palimpyo second floor o third floor sir, mga bangko, trapuhan.
Kay pwede ra man unsa ini ko mag klase. Katong ubang mga kuan ko human ra man sa klase sila ni ng limpyo o kuan.
Gis ka rin record rasad ko sir para atong imong lecture malantar na ako sub.
Sige. It is better if I can see somebody mabasa man gud ako sa nawong ninyo og nasabot mamog wala. But anyway, okay na ta? Actually, kinsa tong nadol-dol dere, pwede man masulod sa room pero dili ko pasulod og mga more than 15. Nara sa dool dere, ganahan mo masulod sa classroom. Pwede dagway 20 gani, 20 ka buok makasulod dire. Okay na ta?
Yes,
Wala
sir.
na eh. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sige. So, let's say thank you for this afternoon's successful class. I think ang sunod nato nga topic is about brittle materials. Brittle materials. Okay na?
Thank you, sir.
Sige, bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for...
Wala kang kamera, sir? Wala.
Sigado, Mr. Bay? No, mana ba? Bro, go-open ko sino ko.